Today I'm talking about products for low porosity hair. The first product that I want to talk about is the Plum Conditioner. This is a super light conditioner. It has amazing slip. The moment it touches my hair, it completely melts my tangles. It is not thick, it is not buttery, it is not heavy, but it does a fantastic job when it comes to slip. If you use enough of it and your hair is wet enough, then you will have absolutely no problem detangling. I'm going to be talking about all of the proteins that you find in each product that I'm mentioning here in the video, and towards the end of the video, you'll understand why I've mentioned them and what their relevance is. This conditioner has hydrolyzed corn protein, hydrolyzed soy protein, and hydrolyzed wheat protein. All three are medium to large proteins, but protein does not feature in the top 5 ingredients. The next product that I want to talk about is the Mom's Go Natural Protein Conditioner. This conditioner again is super light, but it does a fantastic job at moisturization, and I found the slip to be really nice. But I also want to point out that from the time that I've cut my hair, I've noticed that detangling is so much easier now. So it is not as tedious as it used to be when I had longer hair. So it would have been really nice if I got a chance to try this out before I got my haircut, because that way I'd really be able to comment on the slip. Anyway, with my hair length being what it is now, this conditioner has done a fantastic job. Again, the moment it touches my hair, it completely melts my tangles. But you have to remember that when you're detangling, your best friend is water. So if you don't have too much water in your hair, then this conditioner is not going to do anything. In fact, no matter what conditioner you use, it's not going to do much for you. If you have a lot of water in your hair and you apply a generous amount of this conditioner, wait for like a minute and then start detangling, you will have absolutely no problems. This is my current favorite. I've really been enjoying it of late. The Mom's Go Protein Conditioner has hydrolyzed wheat protein and hydrolyzed corn protein. Both are medium to large proteins. This product is not a protein product because protein doesn't feature in the top 5 ingredients. The next product that I want to talk about are the Requil conditioners. I have the Requil conditioner in the Muru Muru butter variant. However, for low porosity hair, I would recommend using the Babasu conditioner from Requil. The Requil conditioners have amazing slip, they're really nice and thick, and would be a great fit if you have like a tighter curl pattern that tangles up a little more, and if you need a little extra moisturization. The next conditioner that I want to talk about is the Enliven Conditioner. Granted, I haven't had too much experience with this. I've only used it twice, but it was a nice conditioner. It had pretty decent slip. In one of my last videos, someone wrote in the comments saying that she really enjoyed this conditioner. She thought that the slip was better than the Requil conditioner, and so I'm mentioning it. Maybe there are people out there who appreciate this conditioner way more than the Requil. It just goes to show you that hair care is super subjective. You might like something that I don't like, or you might hate something that I rave about. So yeah, definitely worth the shot. This product does have methyl paraben and ethyl paraben. It has butyl paraben and propyl paraben. So yeah, 4 parabens in the formulation, but a lot of people don't mind them. It's a pretty large bottle, it'll last you a really long time, and it comes at a really nice price point. And some of you might. We've spoken about conditioners, now let's talk about masks. But it is also important to note that if you have low porosity hair, you can definitely use a conditioner as a mask. You might not need to condition and deep condition as like separate steps in your routine. You could definitely do one or the other. Anyway, if you're specifically looking for a mask, then I feel like the Plum mask will be a really good fit. And if you have low porosity hair, then I feel like this will do a fine job. The Plum hair mask also has hydrolyzed wheat protein, hydrolyzed soy protein, and hydrolyzed corn protein. All three are medium to large proteins. This product cannot be called a protein product because protein doesn't feature in the top 5 ingredients on the list. However, lower down in the list, this product does contain some proteins. Next, let's talk about leave-in conditioners. This is arguably your make or break product, the most important product in your lineup. Now, I want to talk about the lightest and then we'll go on to a little heavier options. And I also want to caveat this point because it's important for me to explain. Sometimes low porosity hair that is 2A or 2B cannot stand to use like a regular leave-in conditioner. Some of you have written to me in the comments and said that look, normal leave-in conditioners are not working for me. No matter how much I dilute it, no matter how little I use, leave-in conditioners that are lotions or creams are just not working for me. And if you resonate with this point, then the first few options that I'm talking about will help you. So the first product that I want to talk about that is completely lightweight is the Saint Botanica Pro Keratin and Argan Oil Hair Nourishing Spray. This is a super light spray. I'll just demonstrate. As you could see, this has a super watery consistency and is very light. If your hair has the tendency to be weighed down and you're looking for something that is super light, then this could be a good fit. This product has pea protein, which is the second ingredient in the list. This product is categorized as a protein product because number 2 in the ingredient list, we have pea protein, which is a medium to large protein, and lower down in the list, it has hydrolyzed keratin protein, which is plant derived. This is a small protein. The next product is also a very light formulation. This is a leave-in conditioner by Ktein. This is the Ktein Natural Curl Defining Spray. The product claims to be a leave-in conditioner, a pre and post styler. It repairs damage. It provides color protection. It is anti-frizz, and the product says that it can be used for detangling. However, I have my doubts. This is also a protein product in the number 3 spot. We have hydrolyzed rice protein. In the 5th spot, we have hydrolyzed soy protein. In the 6th spot, we have hydrolyzed wheat protein. All 3 are medium to large proteins. And lower down in the list, we have wheat amino acids, soy amino acids, plant-based keratin, and arginine. All 4 are small proteins. As you can see, this product also is super lightweight. It's like a watery consistency. Another product that you might really enjoy is the Anvea hair mist. I don't have that product with me, but that is also like a watery consistency. For people who are looking for something that is super light, it might be a good option. If your hair needs a little more moisturization and you're looking for like a proper leave-in conditioner, then your next option is the Northwish Leave-in Conditioner. I have a discount code with the brand. However, it is not an affiliate code, so I don't benefit in any way if you use the code. I also have to mention that this is not a sponsored video and I've never been sponsored by Northwish, the brand. Alright, with that out of the way, let me talk about the leave-in conditioner. This leave-in conditioner is super light and it is the best product that I've come across when it comes to shrinkage. If you're looking for like a super light consistency leave-in conditioner and you're also looking to enhance your shrinkage, then this might be a really good bet. This is the leave-in conditioner that I used in my last video when I was styling my friend's low porosity 3A low density hair. I'll leave the video up here and also link down below. This leave-in conditioner is a moisture product. However, lower down in the list you do have arginine, which is a small protein. The next product is a little heavier than the Northwish leave-in conditioner. This is the Ashba Leave-in Conditioner. If you have a tighter curl pattern and you're looking for a leave-in conditioner that is like a lotiony consistency and you want that beautiful moisturization, then this is something that might suit you. This is like a product recommendation video, but this is not like a full review. If you're going to buy either of these two, I would definitely recommend checking out my detailed reviews. I'll leave them down in the description before you pick up this product. Since this is quite expensive, I think it's above 1,000 rupees. Before picking it up, definitely listen to my detailed thoughts on the product. Again, with this product, protein does not feature in the top 5, so we won't call this a protein option. However, lower down in the ingredient list, you do find some proteins. This product has hydrolyzed quinoa, which is a medium to large protein. It has lemon fruit extract, which is probably a small protein. And it also has arginine, which is again a small protein. Now I want to talk about a few oils that you can use as serums if you have low porosity hair. These are oils that are to be used on the lengths of your hair. So the first is grapeseed oil and the second is Moroccan argan oil. My advice would be to use a tiny bit, 1 to 2 drops max. Do not go overboard. During the week, if you feel like you need a little bit of moisturization, then you could use this as a serum. You can also use this to separate your curl clumps on days when you feel like your hair is getting tangled and your curl clumps are sticking together or coiling together. Now I want to make a few points, a few things for you to note when you're dealing with low porosity hair. Number 1, buildup. Low porosity hair tends to get buildup pretty frequently, and that's why also needs clarifying a little more frequently. A few shampoos that you can use for clarifying purposes. Number 1 is the Love Beauty Planet Shampoo. This has a sulfate and can be used for clarifying. And I also have to mention a few other clarifying shampoos that I haven't tried yet, but definitely worth mentioning. Number 1 is the Faith in Nature shampoos. They also have a sulfate and so can be categorized as a clarifying shampoo. Another option which is relatively cheaper is the Fab India Oat and Honey shampoo. You'll find that on Nykaa, and it is a little cheaper than the first 2 shampoos that I spoke about. Lastly, we have the Requil Shampoo. The Requil Shampoo has olefin sulfonate. There is a difference between a sulfonate and a sulfate. Even though olefin sulfonate is not a sulfate, it is as stripping as a sulfate. So I'm going to leave an article that you can read about this topic down below. So even though the shampoo does not have a sulfate, we're going to be considering this to be a clarifying shampoo because it is as stripping and as cleansing as any shampoo with a sulfate in the market. Number 2, low porosity hair will need very little product compared to higher porosity hair. So last week I styled my friend's hair who has low porosity hair, and if you watched my porosity video, then you'll know that my friend Anka also has low porosity hair, and I have had the chance to style her hair too. Now the deal is, both my experiences with low porosity hair, I realized that the amount of product that my hair sucks up compared to the amount of product that their hair needs is completely different. So when you're dealing with low porosity hair, you really have to be careful about the amount of product that you use. In their case, less is more. Number 3, the amount of gel. Even if you've used like a tiny bit of leave-in conditioner, if you go overboard with your gel, or you use a little extra, or you even try to use like half the quantity that I generally use on my hair, you will notice that the hair feels very heavy and very weighed down. And so gels become problematic because obviously when you're trying to tackle frizz, gel is your best friend. But if your hair can't take gel and it gets over moisturized and it feels really heavy when you use gel, this becomes a problem. And so to deal with this issue, I would say a mousse is your best friend. This is the Enliven mousse. It is lightweight, it has really nice hold. If you have low porosity hair and you're struggling with frizz and your hair is getting weighed down by gels, then definitely try a mousse. So what you could do is just use a mousse and don't use a gel, or you could use a lot of mousse and maybe end with a tiny bit of gel. Another experience that I want to share with you, last week when I styled my friend's low porosity hair, what I realized was even before I used the gel, the hair already felt like seaweed. And I used a super light leave-in conditioner. I only used 1 pump of the product per section. But even before I used the gel, the hair felt like seaweed. The hair felt like it was nice and producty. And so again, I want to reiterate that when you're dealing with low porosity hair, less is more, unlike high porosity hair. Number 4, I want to talk about protein sensitive hair. Low porosity hair and protein sensitive hair are not one and the same. You could have low porosity hair that really likes protein once in a while, or you could have low porosity hair that cannot take protein at all. Another distinction that I want to make is protein overload and protein sensitivity. So if you have low porosity hair that enjoys protein once in a while, if you use it too frequently, you could have protein overload. This problem is occurring because you're using protein very frequently. And on the other side, we have protein sensitive low porosity hair. This means that your hair cannot take protein at all. Even if it is once in a month, even if it is once in 2 months, your hair completely seizes up even if you're exposed to a tiny bit of protein. If this sounds like you and you've noticed that your hair cannot take protein at all, then I'll leave a few articles down below. I'll also leave a video that I made about proteins down in the description. Definitely check it out. So proteins come in 3 sizes. You have small, medium and large proteins. What you need to understand is, when it comes to low porosity hair, what does that mean? In a nutshell, hair porosity is the ability of the hair to absorb and retain moisture. And porosity is also determined by your hair cuticle. So if your cuticle is open, that means that it allows product to enter and it also allows product to exit. Now, how much your cuticle is open or shut, that is going to determine your hair porosity. When you have low porosity hair, it means that your cuticle is completely shut, and so the cuticle is not wanting to allow anything to enter, which is why it becomes really difficult for you to moisturize your hair. Now, in the case of large proteins are film forming in nature, and even though it doesn't penetrate the hair shaft, it has this ability to form a film over the hair. And so the moisture is not going into the hair, but it is forming a film over the hair, and so it completely changes the appearance of your hair, right? It makes it look nice and moisturized and glossy. 2 things in your formulation have the ability to form films. Number 1 would be film forming humectants, and secondly, it would be large proteins. And so in some cases, when you have low porosity hair, your hair might really enjoy large proteins because it forms a film around your hair, and so it makes your hair look shiny and glossy and gives that appearance of moisturization. If you want a detailed explanation on all of this, definitely check out my video on proteins. Anyway, in a nutshell, if you have protein sensitive hair and your hair cannot take any protein in the formulation, whether it is in the top 5 or way down in the ingredient list, the only leave-in conditioner that does not have any proteins at all would be the Fix My Curls Curl Quenching Hair Butter. But here I feel like the brand made a mistake, because according to me, this is a level 4 product. So this is a really heavy butter. And as we know, low porosity does not like heavy products. The brand also has a protein product, which is a leave-in conditioner. This is their leave-in cream. Now this is a light product, this is a heavy product. This light product has protein in it, this heavy product does not have protein in it. So I feel like this is a massive oversight by the brand, because their protein-free product should have been the lighter product and their protein-rich product should have been the heavier product. So yeah, definitely a missed opportunity there. But if you're looking for a product and you have protein-sensitive hair and you don't mind it being a little heavy, then the Curl Quenching Hair Butter by Fix My Curls might be your go-to. If you find it too heavy, definitely dilute this product. If you had to ask me for my opinion, I would say that this product is ideally suited to high porosity hair because it has Takuma butter, and a lot of the ingredients here are best suited to high porosity hair. But if you live in India and you're looking for a leave-in conditioner that does not have any protein in the list, then this is definitely worth a shot. Dilute this, keep it in a spray bottle with a lot of water, and maybe if you dilute this down to like a watery consistency, you might be able to make this work. However, I have to mention that I have given this advice to a few people with protein sensitive hair and they have 2A low porosity hair. They have not managed with the product even though they've tried diluting it. It has been too heavy for them, but it is what it is. Number 5, flash drying. So sometimes low porosity hair can encounter this problem with flash drying when it's exposed to, let's say, marshmallow root or aloe vera. This is another thing that you could be aware of. If you're noticing that the moment you're using aloe vera gel, your hair is seizing up and flash drying, then you might be experiencing this problem. Flash drying is definitely a huge subject in itself, and I'll definitely make a video down the line about it. For now, I'm going to leave articles for you to read down in the description. Number 6, low porosity hair does not need conditioning and deep conditioning. So last week when I styled my friend's low porosity hair, you noticed that I completely skipped conditioner and I went directly with leave-in conditioner. You will also note that I used the Just Herbs Shirolipam hair mask. When it comes to low porosity hair, the Shirolipam hair mask by Just Herbs will not be my recommendation to you guys because it is a very heavy product. The only reason I used it in the video is because he was suffering from an extremely dry, flaky scalp. There were a lot of flakes on his hair and I definitely needed a product that was a scalp treatment, which is why I used the Shirolipam hair mask. But in general, for low porosity hair, that would not be my recommendation for you guys. Another thing is that if you have low porosity hair, you might not need to condition and to deep condition. You could definitely just use your regular conditioner as a deep conditioning treatment. And if needed, you could add like a drop of oil to it. Some grapeseed oil could be a really good option, and that is perfectly sufficient for a deep conditioning treatment when you're looking for it. There is absolutely no need for you to go out and buy like a separate mask to deep condition with. Last but not least, if you have low porosity hair, then when you're deep conditioning, it's a very good idea to use a little bit of heat. If you can afford to buy yourself a flaxseed heat cap, it would be like a really nice investment because it is going to come in handy so frequently. I use the one from Curlin. I also have a discount code with them, which is an affiliate discount code. I'll leave details in the description. If you feel like you're not able to afford a heat cap just yet, then you could just use like a normal hot towel and wrap your head up when you're deep conditioning. This is going to allow the cuticle to open a little bit and it's going to help the product penetrate the hair shaft a little better. Alright, so that was pretty much it. If you're wondering what's going on with my hair, so I left a poll on my community tab the other day where I asked you for suggestions on content that you're interested in watching. A subscriber named Rucha requested Flexi rods, and I have had Flexi rods at home for like the longest time. And so today I have just experimented with Flexi rods. You can definitely expect a lot of content from me about Flexi rods going forward. That is what I've used on my hair today. This wash day I didn't do like the regular styling that I do. I just used Flexi rods. This took me 1 hour. It was so simple and so easy. So that is basically what's up with my hair right now. Anyway, that was pretty much it. Thank you for watching. And if you're interested in more hair care, definitely check out more videos on my channel.